Today's Dallas Cowboys mailbag is presented by Manscaped. Head over to manscaped.com and then use promo code Cowboys at checkout to get 20% off and free shipping on all their fantastic men's grooming products. A super chat to kick things off here from Joshua Quinn. If the staff doesn't mind drafting players like Josh Ball, why wouldn't they show interest in Earl Thomas? First off, bottoms up. It's a great question. And I think you're getting to the heart of the issue here. If you do it for one guy, you should do it for all of them. Maybe Mike McCarthy said no on Earl Thomas. And I think in the end, the present-day reviews about Earl Thomas and how other NFL players think about him are a little bit more dominating the narrative in terms of the Cowboys' internal organization than the Josh Ball one. For Mark Soder, I know you have doubts about how well Micah Parsons can cover. If he proves he can cover well as all the other stuff he brings, how much better would you feel about the pick? I mean, I'd feel great about it. I mean, there's a whole linebacker value discussion still to be had, but again, you have to be able to cover at linebacker. If you promise me Micah Parsons becomes an elite coverage linebacker, I'd have taken him. He'd have been gone before the 10th overall pick. Hopefully he does become that, and I end up feeling great overall about that Dallas Cowboys draft pick. A super chat from Alex Wilson just says 69. I appreciate it there, Alex. All right, DeLunatic. Fair to call this draft boom or bust? I think absolutely. Especially your first two picks, Micah Parsons, Kelvin Joseph. With some general inexperience with both of those guys, Joseph has played like 13 career games at college at the cornerback spot. Parsons was an edge rusher who moved to linebacker, who's got coverage concerns. I think that is absolutely true. This was a boom or bust draft by the Cowboys. Now, if you can get a boom with one of those two first two picks, you're probably in pretty good shape. But don't let the Cowboys tell you otherwise. They wanted one of those corners, and they were heartbroken that they were not there. The Lawnmower 4.0 is out now on Manscaped, just released on Thursday. You can get it and save 20% off when you head over to manscaped.com and you use promo code Cowboys. Again, that link and the promo code will be in both the comment section and in the description. 20% off plus free shipping as well, if I forgot to mention that one, when you go to manscaped.com and you use promo code Cowboys. Now, this is the 4.0 version. So what I want you guys to do is make it very clear. I think Manscaped did this for Dak. I think they're getting on board the Dak Prescott train. So my pinned tweet right now, I want you to go reply 4 to it. We'll get it in both the live chat and in the comments as well. Go reply 4, and let's make it very clear that Manscaped did this for Dak and did it for the Cowboys. I'm on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. It is my pinned tweet. All you have to do is simply reply 4. Aaron B., why do you think they didn't try trading 44 and 115? It depends on who you're referring to here. I'm pretty sure the Cowboys tried to move up for Tyson Campbell. Of course, the Jags took him at 33, so it did not matter much in the end. As for why they didn't move up for Trevon Merrick, well, then they needed a corner, and they wanted Kelvin Joseph in the end on that one, which was pretty disappointing, but there's your answer. A big super chat, $20 from Dwayne Jackson. Thank you, my friend. With the draft not falling the way we wanted, with the other corners, with the exception of Joseph, we know the corners are nowhere near ready to play. Does Richard Sherman become a realistic option that the Cowboys can still pursue? Maybe we can go to that cornerback depth chart here, producer Brett, because I think that's part of the problem, is that the Cowboys spent 2 top 100 picks on corners. When was the last time the Cowboys took a guy in the 3rd round or better and they did not make the team? I genuinely cannot remember it. So Diggs is on this team. Kelvin Joseph is on this team. They just paid Jordan Lewis. Nahshon Wright's going to make it. CJ Goodwin is going to make it. Maybe Reggie Robinson plays safety. But I just named 6 guys, if you include Anthony Brown, unless they trade him, who are going to make this team. And then there's also Maurice Canada, who maybe it is not. You're not going to go 7 deep at corner. So it's a numbers game right now for the Cowboys. When they took Nahshon Wright in the 3rd, and they took Kelvin Joseph in the 2nd, I think that really impacted the possibility of the Cowboys adding a Richard Sherman or any type of starting caliber veteran corner. So I'm still open to it, although I don't know if Sherman is or if the Cowboys are themselves. But I don't think it's all that likely as we sit right now because it's a numbers game. Yes, you want the immediate impact, but long term, the numbers game just does not add up for Dallas. All right, from Night Moon, who are your projected starters on the offensive line, defensive line, and linebacker? You know what? Instead of making this like a 30-second soundbite here, Night Moon, we will do a special video on roster projections, depth charts, all that kind of stuff. So if you're not already, hit that big red button and subscribe. YouTube.com/CowboysTV. From Night Moon, again, back-to-back Super Chats. Thank you, my friend. If Dak is not 100%, who starts as the emergency quarterback? It's Garrett Gilbert probably right now. Ben DiNucci exists, as does Cooper Rush, which I'm going to be honest, I forgot he was on the team again. No lie. But it's not really a concern. Like, Dak's going to be fine by the time we get to week 1. And frankly, if Dak's not 100%, you got bigger problems long-term than figuring out who's your quarterback in terms of week 1 of 2021. From Tristan Brown, besides safety, what's the Dallas Cowboys' biggest need? LOL. Bottoms up, I'm drinking for all Earl Thomas Super Chats today. As for beyond safety, I think interior offensive line, a backup, is your area. Because you have Tyler Biadasz, you have Connor McGovern and Connor Williams. Beyond that, it's thin. There's not that many guys out there. At this point, I'm not surprised we keep getting so many Earl Thomas questions. There was a Twitter account, NFL Rooms, which is fake, by the way. They just make stuff up. Stop sending it to me. That said, Earl Thomas expressed interest. First off, there's no actual evidence of that. But also, let's say it is true because it logically checks out. Earl Thomas has no job right now. If Earl Thomas wants to play in the NFL, he's going to call all 32 teams. He'll play wherever at this point. The entire NFL, outside of Houston, which I think was vetoed by the players, said, no, we don't want Earl Thomas. And it wasn't just because of COVID. There was so much off-the-field, locker room baggage stuff around Earl Thomas that I think everyone was like, nah, man, we can't do this at all. But I'm going to let you guys get your votes in here. Do you want Earl Thomas on the Dallas Cowboys? Get your votes in here. Type in Y for yes, you do, or N for no, you don't. Get your votes in right now. From Dominic Jackson, which linebackers would you start? He says Parsons, Smith, and Jabril Cox. I don't know if they're going to make Cox a starter week 1 at probably weak side linebacker, but I think you have to start your first-round pick. Like, otherwise, why'd spend a first-round pick if he's not going to start for you? But it's a good question because you got 5 guys on here who I think ideally you're giving reps to. And you can only play 3 of them at any given time, and 2 of them for like 70% of the time. LVE, his 5th-year option was declined. Jalen Smith, you're hoping he has a bounce-back year under Dan Quinn. I don't know if that happens, though. Jabril Cox, good in coverage. Maybe you make him a third-down player, but isn't that Keanu Neal's role, too? He's going to be a linebacker, so kind of all over the place with your linebacker role. And that's going to be tricky to figure out. But we're going to keep you guys updated on what the Cowboys are planning there and what they end up doing in practices and camp and preseason and all that stuff. So if you want to stay in the know around America's team, hit that big red button and subscribe. YouTube.com/CowboysTV. From Alan Williams, #Cowboys. I hear a lot of people saying move Jabril Cox from linebacker to safety. What do you think of that? Stupid is what it is, just to be outright honest here. He's a linebacker. He's 230 pounds. I don't want to put him at safety because he has to be in the box. It is 2021. This is the type of linebacker I want. Someone who can cover. Don't put him at safety. Keep him near the box. Let him line up over tight ends if you want. He is a linebacker who is good in coverage. He's not a safety, period. So I get the desire to get a safety in there, but it's not going to work. From Night Moon, again, your thoughts on Parsons wearing number 11 as a linebacker. I like it. Look, there are a lot of boomers out there, including Tom Brady, who's like, oh, but we changed the numbers. How can we identify personnel? It's different. Oh, it's not fair. I think it looks cool. Slower digit numbers are awesome. Now, if he was wearing like 17, it's a different conversation. 11, though, what he wore in college, I'm on board with that one. From Troy Daniels, what in the heck was Dallas thinking when they took the kid from Oregon State when they had better safeties and corners, I remind you, on the board, SMH? My current theory, the Cowboys moved their draft board to an online one this year, and they were using Excel, and someone accidentally sorted by height instead of, like, the grade, and they took the tallest guy. That's my new operating theory. The actual answer here is that Dan Quinn wants size, and they like Nahshon Wright, even though everyone else is like, I don't know about that. The Cowboys told you with that pick, I don't know, other NFL teams, other media scouts, we're smarter than you. Have they earned that right? I don't know. From trending on Twitter, ironically here on YouTube, do we know the Cowboys' schedule? We do know the teams that they're going to face, but the official NFL schedule is going to come out on Wednesday. So if you want to see the schedule, which, by the way, spoiler alert, we put out before the Cowboys officially announced it because we got it in advance, subscribe. Make sure those notifications are turned on. Hit that big red button, and don't miss out on the schedule release coming on Wednesday. From my burner account, Tom, who are your early pet cats? Of the guys they drafted this year, I am required in my contract to roll with the fatty, Quentin Bahana out of Kentucky. Love that one. I like Simi Fehoko a lot. I had a much higher grade on him than where he went. And Jabril Cox as well. I liked, for the most part, the Cowboys' Day 3 selections. ET says Feliz de Mayo, and I don't know if I can say that last one there. Either way, bottoms up on that. Well, I guess I can say Gringos. That's fine, right? That's not offensive. Well, I did it anyway. Bottoms up to Lunatic. Thank you very much. From Dwayne Jackson, was it just me, or was every corner over 6 feet and long? Is that a Dan Quinn thing? Yes. As I tried to warn you guys when you kept asking me about Asante Samuel, the Cowboys are sizeists. They want height and they want length because they think it helps, shorten the windows for quarterbacks to throw into. Yeah, Dan Quinn wants tall corners. We'll see if that works out for them. I certainly hope it does in the end.